Story 1 of Kitty's Picnic and Other Stories. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Tahereh Lopez, Seoul, South Korea. Kitty's Picnic and Other Stories by Anonymous. Story 1. Kitty's Picnic. It was a fine spring morning, and Kitty sat at the window, looking out at the green fields, and the trees with their young leaves, and far, far beyond these to some towers that looked small in the distance. But when you came close to them you found that they belonged to a grand old castle in ruins. This castle Kitty had long wished to see, for she had heard so much about it, and today she was thinking very much about it, for she knew that there was going to be a great picnic, to which her cousins were going, and Kitty wished she were going also, but she had not been invited. As she gazed out of the window, she saw several carriages full of people on their way to the picnic. Then the tears came into Kitty's eyes, and she dropped the book she was holding in her hand, and opened the window so that she might see the carriages more clearly. They were going very quickly, and Kitty could hear the people laughing and talking as she watched them out of sight. She gave a great sigh. "How much I should like to go," she said half aloud. Just then the door opened, and her Uncle George walked into the room. "Why, Uncle George, where have you come from?" said Kitty, jumping up. "I thought you were not coming home till next week." "I came home last night," said Uncle George, "but I did not expect to find you here. I thought you would be going to the picnic." "I should like to go," said Kitty, "but I was not invited. I do not know Miss Summers." "Neither do I," said Uncle George. "But suppose we have a little picnic of our own, Kitty. I have got my dog-cart at the door, and there is room in the castle grounds for a dozen picnic parties, and we should not take up much room." Kitty clapped her hands. "Put on your hat, then, and we will go," said Uncle George. "My little Kitty shall see the castle and climb the ruins." "Oh, Uncle George, how good you are!" said Kitty as they drove along. "I never thought I should be so happy as I am today." "But, Kitty," said Uncle George very gravely, "I am afraid it can't be quite a picnic, for we have brought nothing to eat with us. What shall we do?" "I shan't mind," said Kitty, "but I'm afraid that you will be hungry, Uncle George." Uncle George smiled. "Well, we won't be starved, Kitty. There is a nice little country inn close by, where I put up my horse, and I dare say we shall manage to get something there." And so they did, and Kitty saw the old castle, and when she drove home, she said it was the happiest day she had ever spent. End of Story 1, Kitty's Picnic. Recording by Tahereh Lopez. Story 2 of Kitty's Picnic and Other Stories by Anonymous. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Tahereh Lopez. Story 2. Ellen's Letter. "You must be sure to write it all down, Jessie," said Ellen, looking over her sister's shoulder. "You must tell how naughty Bob was, and how he threw your doll on the fire, and all the wax melted, and he broke the doll's arms and legs so that I have to sew them all over to keep the bran from running out." "Yes, and how he trampled on our gardens and broke down my rose bush with all my pinks. I don't think I shall have room for all the things there are to tell Mamma about him. There never was such a naughty boy. And when he gets in one of his tempers, he does not seem to know what he is doing." And Ellen leaned down on the table and went on writing. Just then the door opened, and Bob
Sample complete. Ready to continue?